The answer is no.
Do you know where it goes from here? Here, yeah. Where we are, where we have been for months, with Donald Trump winning easily and no one trying to beat him.
It was wild. Like, there was a little more. They were a little more. They leaned in a little harder on the Trump attacks tonight.
Mm-hmm. On one thing, him not being at the debate, the absolute stupidest thing in the world. Donald Trump was found guilty of fraud yesterday. No one mentioned it. He threatened to kill the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff this weekend.
Didn't come up. Moderator didn't bring it up.
Several of them know personally. Just on a human level. It's really unbelievable. DeSantis went after Trump a little on abortion.
Yeah, let's
for like a sec. But he
for a second.
He said, "I wish he was at the debate to defend his comments."
Right. And their favorite thing, they all go after him on adding to the debt. This is to the Republicans on that stage. The worst sin that Donald Trump committed in 4 years as president is that he was a little profligate.
Yeah. Is that why those people were trying to rip the cops limb from limb? Was it the deficit of the out years? Is that what it was? I didn't know what it was.
So let's go through candidate by candidate. It was a terrible debate. There was nothing. There was nothing really interesting about it.
Keep listening.
But keep listening. Well, we'll get into it. Ron DeSantis. First of all, it took. I counted 16 minutes into the debate for Ron DeSantis to even speak. It didn't even seem like he was there. And then
best 60 minutes he's had in months.
Okay. And then finally he spoke. And this is what he said.
Where's Joe Biden? He's completely missing in action from leadership. And you know who else is missing in action? Donald Trump is missing in action. He should be on this stage tonight. He owes it to you to defend his record where they added $7.8 trillion to the debt.
So that was Ron's big moment. What did you guys think about Ron DeSantis tonight, huh?
It's nothing. It's just nothing. This guy.
No one has told him in debate prep to fix the face stuff.
I don't think it's fixable.
Or the voice. You can't fix the face. Can't fix the voice.
Well, none of those. First of all, it's a hard thing. These people in the debate prep with Ron DeSantis. He may not be a person, but maybe they are, and it's a tough thing to bring up. Hey, we think one of our problems is your face and the noises that it makes when it communicates. Well, that's a tough thing to fix.
Every single answer he finishes, he just sits there and he gives this weird half grin, half smirking for the camera. It's very uncomfortable.
Well, they're all very rehearsed. His cadence is very rehearsed. Even that Joe Biden line was all very rehearsed. And all of them have this way of speaking in these debates. Tim Scott does it. Vivek does it. Ron DeSantis does it. Nikki Haley does it. They all do it, which is this kind of like 90s style sentences like, we're going to take them down and go up to the top, and they want us to give up. Well, we're not going to give in, and you can't surrender because of my strength, and we're going to have victory, not victimhood. And
we're going to turn up the heat and turn this
America around. And see, that was one that worked, which I'm really glad you brought it up. That's a good example of how it can work. Famously, in Iowa in 2007, 16 years ago, before the iPhone, it was a really good moment.
I think you are correct that a lot of them do that, but DeSantis is the worst. There's like way too much alliteration. All of it sound canned. Like Trump's attack on DeSantis is that he is of Washington, he's part of the swamp, and everyone's like, well, that's weird because he's like governor of Florida. But he sounds like a Washington. No one on that stage sounds like except maybe Mike Pence, sounds like a Washington politician more than Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, and it is really effective too, because all Ron DeSantis wants to do is sit in a room and work really hard on the sentence he's going to use to rebut the argument that he pre-plans everything he says and sounds like an automaton, and he can't get out of it.
And he just his strategy tonight was he kept going after the DC elites. Like someone must have told him you got to get your outsider status back. So he every single answer he hit the DC elites. What was that?
You know who people don't think is a DC elite? Donald Trump.
Right.
This is true of every single person. Donald Trump is up by 30 points in Iowa and 30 points in New Hampshire. But in the CBS poll that came out yesterday, 80% of the voters in both of those states are open to someone other than Trump. And no one tried to do anything about that dynamic. I think they don't know
why that many people are open to someone besides Trump. Like, they haven't figured out.
They haven't tried. They haven't tried a single argument.
Yeah, they haven't.
The idea
He
that
spent too much money.
yeah, it's insane. Just I don't think any of them want to win, or they think that they've decided they can't win, and they're trying to just land the plane of their failing campaign in a way that maximizes their position in a Trump Republican Party.
Or they believe that nothing they can do can change the fundamentals of this race. So they want to be there as the first among fucking duds in case something changes in the criminal process, in the race that's outside of their control.
Unless he dies. That's it. They're just waiting in case he dies. They want to be there. I think there's no other reason, really.
I mean, the trial's not starting until after all the delegates are allocated.
Right.
At the most optimistic case.
I mean, do we think a conviction at this point would sway the Republican electorate?
I think if these people knew what would sway the Republican electorate, they'd be doing it.
Also, by the way, as they're all doing this, Donald Trump earlier, we're going to play a clip of his speech in a bit, but a part of his speech in Detroit, he said that none of the people running he would pick as vice president. Said it tonight right before the debate.
It's incredible. These people are picking these little fights with each other. Tim Scott's going after Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley's going after Vivek. Vivek is going after Chris Christie. Meanwhile, Trump's in South Carolina. But you hear about this? These whales are dying. Up by 40 fucking points. Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. A Republican consultant who is supporting Ron DeSantis said to Semaphore before the debate, if he doesn't do well here, in my opinion, he's got to drop out if he doesn't want to be embarrassed. Do you think he did well enough not to drop out?
I think that's a time machine question.
Yeah, he was. I will say this about Ron DeSantis. He was better than last debate, but he still sucked. He still was not like the best at this debate.
As long as he's Ron DeSantis, he's going to suck. He doesn't. It's not there. He does not have
And
it.
I think part of his problem was and we'll talk about Nikki Haley next, but she's sort of stealing the mantle of the non-Trump alternative from him, or at least that field has become too crowded now, and Ron DeSantis does not look like he is in second. Like, look, according to polls, he's still second place nationally, and depending on which early state poll you look at in early states, but he certainly didn't act like that or seem like that on the stage tonight.
Yeah, that's sort of what I mean, though, when I say that I feel like, it's not going to do anything, but at least it seems like she had some sort of goal for what she was going to do in the debate. I do think she's taken that mantle. I think she was the feisty in a way that Chris Christie wasn't, right? Like, I think she actually was the only one to do something with that time.
Let's hear some of Nikki Haley's feistiness from tonight.
And what you've got, I honestly, every time I hear you, I feel a little bit dumber for what you say. Because I can't believe Ron DeSantis is against fracking. He's against drilling. He's been against, you did it. He always talks about what happens on day one. You better watch out, because what happens on day two is when you're in trouble. I appreciate Tim. We've known each other a long time, but he's been there 12 years and he hasn't done any of that.
Literally
Bring it,
put
Tim.
$50,000 on curtains.
On the curtains, do your homework, Tim, because Obama bought those curtains.
Did you send them back?
It's in the press.
Did you send them back?
Did you get a gift receipt for those fucking curtains or not, Nikki? They take the credit. They'll take the credit.
The curtains exchange was one of the dumbest exchanges of an otherwise very dumb debate.
Yeah, two people in single digits in the polls arguing each other over a curtain purchase from the State Department in 2017.
Literally, that's what that was
ridiculous.
about. The beginning of that clip, when she said, I am dumber every time I hear you speak, was about Vivek Ramaswamy, which was, I wanted to cheer when she said that. I think because he is extremely annoying. But I think, so she was feisty, sort of went after a bunch of other candidates, but I also think that her answers were just solid answers. She seemed like she commanded the stage more than almost anyone else. Again,
on a low
she's
bar.
not in danger
Come on,
of
Dan.
becoming the Republican
Come on,
nominee
Dan.
at all.
Come on, Dan.
At all.
Tell us what you liked about Nikki Haley.
Yes, she commanded the stage more than Doug Burgum. You are correct. What?
Go after
to
my
the
boy
extent
Doug.
that she has a plan, and I agree she has a plan. It's not a plan to win, but she.
What is it? What is it a plan? to
Well,
do?
it is a plan.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
now.
What she is doing, Nate Cohn, I thought, wrote about this very smartly in the New York Times this morning, is she's appealing to a faction of Republicans. She is appealing to specifically to the non-Trump vote. She's not doing it by attacking Trump, but she's trying to be the normal Bush-like Republican, traditional Republican. DeSantis' problem is he has no constituency because he's trying to just be a worse version of Trump, and the Trump voters are very happy with Trump, so why would they do that? Nikki Haley and that may be why she goes after Tim Scott, because Tim Scott is her competition for that lane.